Reading today from Luke chapter 8, verses 26 to 29. They sailed to the region of the Gerasenes, which is across the lake from Galilee. When Jesus stepped ashore, he was met by a demon-possessed man from the town. For the long time, this man had not worn clothes or lived in a house, but had lived in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he cried out, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg of you, don't torture me." For Jesus had commanded the impure spirit to come out of the man. Many times it had seized him, and though he was chained hand and foot and kept under guard, he had broken his chains and had been driven by the demon into solitary places. Good morning, everyone. It's a glorious day today, and I'm so glad to be here. Are you ready to see what Robbie is up to today? Let's call them out. 1, 2, 3. Robbie!
Kendra, what in the world possessed you?
Good morning, Robbie. I'm not sure I understand you.
What possessed you to read the gospel lesson this morning? Did you consider the children and the other sensitive folk around here? That reading is spooky. Demons, graveyards. I thought I picked up the wrong book and I'd arrived in a Stephen King novel.
Well, yeah, the reading is a little darker than usual this morning and a little bit scary. But did you notice what Jesus does in this story?
I sure did. I wasn't sure who was crazier, the man who shouted and acted strange, or Jesus for not getting back in his darn boat and sailing away.
You know, Robbie, sometimes we're afraid of people who act differently. Where I shop, there's a man I sometimes see who shouts out things, sometimes not very nice things.
Kind of like the man in the story today. So what
Yeah.
happened? Did the store manager kick him out?
Oh, no, not at all, Robbie. One day I asked the store manager about the man, and he told me that he had a disease, a sickness that made him shout like that. He told me he was not dangerous and not to be afraid of him.
So what'd you do? Did you go somewhere else? That's what I do.
No, Robbie, I always try to shop local. Now, when I see the man in the grocery store, I say hello, and sometimes he says hello back. Some days he still shouts, but I'm not afraid anymore. And you know what, Robbie? I think the man appreciates that I say hello.
Wow. Where did you get the courage to not just run away?
Well, Robbie, I always get my courage from Jesus.
From Jesus?
That's right, Robbie. The man in the gospel this morning lived in the cemetery because people had chased him away from all the regular places in town. They even tried to lock him up. But Jesus didn't run away. He went right up to the man and talked to him, just like he would talk to you and me.
And he tried to help him?
He did, Robbie. He knew that the man was sick, but that was no reason not to love him.
When I noticed Goldie, my goldfish, acting odd and being sick, we loved her even more.
Exactly, Robbie. Sometimes we get a cold or a broken bone, but sometimes people get a sickness in their heads and they need love and compassion even more.
So this isn't a really scary story after all. It's really a story about learning to love people who are hard to understand and who seem different.
Think you've got it, Robbie.
Amen.
Amen.